And good morning. Welcome to Focus on Stafford County on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Our once-a-month visit with Ryan Russell, Stafford County Economic Development Director, telling us all the great things going on in Stafford County. Ryan, welcome back to the program today. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Steve.
All right, here we go. Wrapping up July, getting ready to move into August. And you brought a guest today.
I did.
Yeah. So tell me about Sarah Hampton.
Well, Sarah is our new office administrator. She'll be helping me do some of the heavy lifting. So it'll be really good to have somebody doing some of that stuff with finance and just help me with the reporting and some grants and some stuff like that. And then we've applied for the Rural Champion Program, where she's going to be spending 20 hours a week focused on childcare.
Okay, so what would those, how did you find out about this opportunity to bring Sarah on board?
Yeah, so we'd been looking for somebody for a little while, for a few months. We've been looking to hire somebody, and so they just started promoting the Rural Champion Program as well. So we're like, let's kill two birds with one stone. So, and we've been working on childcare, trying to do some childcare in Maxville and Stafford, and there's some opportunities coming up, and we need some help doing that. So,
what were those duties? Should you help with childcare? What in what way?
So Sarah has some experience in running a daycare, licensed daycare.
Okay.
So she knows a little bit about that, and then she's written some grants that were focused on daycare before, and so she's going to be helping us with those things. And at the end of it, it's not guaranteed yet. The Rural Champions is not guaranteed yet.
Right.
But the way it works is the state pays for 20 hours a week of the salary, plus at the end of the year, they'll give you $25,000 toward a project. And so we're focused on childcare, and so we'll get some funding from the state to focus on childcare. So we're hopefully going to be doing that. We've got a couple projects being worked on in Stafford, but we're hoping to get some progress done in Maxville as well.
Well, I'm excited. Before you came in, I was grilling Sarah on. You've got a Pratt person in here. This is good.
Yeah.
Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself. That was my first question for you. Were you a frog or a Thunderbird? So, but you're kind of both, right? For Pratt High and Skyline High School, right?
Years were at Skyline, and then I did graduate from Pratt.
Okay, so how did you find out about this opportunity?
I seen it, and I was looking to transition, and went ahead and just tried my luck, and it worked out perfectly.
So, have you started yet, or where are we at on this process?
Yes, I started the 22nd, so today is my 4th day.
Okay, all right. What excites you about this opportunity with Stafford County Economic Development?
Well, I've seen the growth in Pratt, and I'm hoping that I can help Stafford County do the same.
Okay, so Ryan mentioned you've got a little bit of a background in child care. Kind of talk about what you've done before.
Sure, I had Little Blessings, did my own daycare for a few years. I transported, just kind of helped out there, and then eventually we opened our first center in Pratt, and I worked there for a couple of years as well.
There's an old term called hit the ground running. Do you,
Yes.
do you feel kind of like that right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, welcome into this Focus on Stafford County family today. This is awesome. So that's got to be a big burden off your back a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting her settled and situated in and learning everything. Right now it's like a fire hose, so she's trying to hold on for dear life. But she's getting there. She's getting settled in, and we'll be getting her going in the right direction. So will be exciting. She's already been doing some childcare research and looking at some different things to help out in that way as well. So,
well, okay, Sarah. Well, tell us about the housing update. I'm just kidding.
Funny.
Yeah, hit the ground running. Here's a question. Well, let's run down kind of the list of the things that we want to hit on today, Ryan, and we'll go ahead and start with that housing update.
Yeah, I mean, listeners, you can't see Sarah's face, but she almost passed out.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry about that, Sarah.
You're fine.
He's a kidder.
A kidder, yes.
I'm
a
married
kidder.
to one. I'm used
Okay,
to it.
all right.
So,
Sorry.
that's good. So the housing, we have the first two houses are very, very close to being finished. And so those two, we have put them up for sale just on our social media. We've kind of announced it. We're working on a rent-to-own model. So if that's an option that people are looking at, we are going to have a rent-to-own model. If they don't sell immediately, we will move to rent them out, the first couple of them. But our goal is to sell them. And then the next two houses, which are 413, I think it's.
Okay, the first two houses are in.
One's in Stafford,
Okay.
and one is St. John.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then the next two that are getting built are in St. John. And so they've done the dirt work and they're starting to pour concrete. And so those will be moving along as well. So, so we're doing 9 houses. I have a blog post up on our social media page that kind of talks about the whole project and everything, so people can check that out. We're moving along, trying to get there, but we're getting there. So,
What are those first two houses? What's the price tag on those?
it costs a lot to build houses right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah. I know.
So we have three bedroom, 2 bath. They're $190 each.
Okay.
And so so that's why I think that's why we're also looking at a rent to own model, because I think right now with the housing market the way it is, and it's probably going to go that direction for the first 2 houses. I think the next ones, they have more options. So there's a few with basements and some with garages as well, and they're going to be probably more attracted to people to buy, but there'll be a little more price as well.
Sure.
So we're working out those details, but we're hoping to sell them, and then we can take that money and keep building more houses. So.
Okay. Anything else on housing you want to mention?
Not yet. There's a couple of things we're working on, but not really able to talk about them yet.
Okay, sounds good. Ryan Russell with us, Sarah Hampton with us on Focus on Stafford County today. We will take a break, have more of the program coming up.
SJ&N Bank of Kansas knows the value of rural Kansas and is committed to all of the communities they serve, personal to business banking and more. They offer mobile banking options too. Download their app at SJ&N Bank of Kansas and find them online at sjnbank.com. Serving you since 1905 and with 6 locations. SJ&N Bank of Kansas in St. John, Maxville, Hudson, Burdett, Greensburg, and La Crosse. Member FDIC. The St. John Jubilee Committee reminds you to always shop local first. Small town values and old-time traditions. Get ready. Later this summer, the annual Cruise the Square Car Show. More details coming soon to the Around the Square St. John, Kansas Facebook page. To stay up to date on all things happening around the square in St. John, follow the Around the Square St. John, Kansas Facebook page.
Focus on Stafford County. Welcome back. Steve Webster with you, Ryan Russell, and Sarah Hampton. Thanks for not punching me during the break, Sarah. I really do appreciate that. Okay, let's move on. Historic Survey Grant. Tell me about this, Ryan.
Yeah, so we won a grant. We're awarded a grant from the state to do a historic district survey in Stafford, and so we're working on right now the RFP, which will be then looking for a surveyor. So we'll be publishing that soon publicly once the State Historic Office, Preservation Office will approve it. And then we'll be doing the survey. And then the survey area is basically the downtown area of Stafford. And we have, I think, from Camden to Stafford Street, and then a little bit west, because we've included the Methodist Church as well as some of the Larrabee homes, and also the Larrabee Memorial, Nora Larrabee Memorial Library as well. So it's already registered on the historic registry, and then the bank downtown's already registered. We kind of have more buildings in that area. That'd be really great to register, and then once they're registered, we can have access to more funding to renovate and repurpose those buildings to bring commerce into downtown Stafford.
One of the things that is happening here in Great Bend is repurposing some of those empty spaces, which is you can turn them into loft apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, that certainly helped. Goes back to the housing thing, right?
Yeah, there's a couple buildings in Stafford in the downtown area that they're wanting to do that as well. Stafford is very active. Jamie Downing is the city manager. She's doing a great job. She was able to get a HEAL grant for one of the buildings downtown, which they're going to do childcare on the ground floor and do apartments in the second floor. And that's right in downtown. So I think there's several buildings down there that we want to do apartments in the upstairs. I think the museum is, we're partnered with the museum on this, Stafford County Museum, as well as the city on the historic grant. And the city and the museum own like 11 buildings downtown. And so we're trying to get money for those to repurpose them to get them back into use commercially, both to support the museum so it can be financially supported and become more sustainable, but also for the city to be, getting more taxable buildings and businesses to be using those and building the tax base for the city.
So the survey's got to be done first, though.
Yeah, the survey has to be done first, and then we'll establish what buildings will be included in the district. Contributing buildings is what they call it, contributing buildings in the district, which ones would not be, and then we'll be determining that area and making sure that buildings are included. And then our goal is we'll promote the district, get businesses down there as well, but promote the district, and then we'll have tourism promotion to bring people to Stafford.
How competitive are these grants? I mean,
You can't get them if you don't write them.
Very good. Yeah.
They're pretty competitive, but with most grants, if you're talking to the office and you're kind of understanding what they want, and then you're able to write it properly for.
You've said that before. That means follow the directions, right?
Yeah, you've got to be like a kindergartner. Just follow directions. Put your name at the top of the page. Do exactly what they ask you to do. Include what they ask you to do. A lot of people miss that. I don't really understand that, but
it's them to keep missing them.
Yeah. Yeah, they keep missing them. But yeah, that's the goal is like, if you want to win grants, you have to follow directions and just follow the guidelines and make sure your project fits exactly what they're looking for.
Feel good about this one?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've already won the money, so we're just going to do the survey, and then I think if we get a couple buildings that we can register in the state and national registry, then we'll be able to access more funding to actually do some stuff with the buildings. And I think the city is really behind it, and so I think it'll.
So we've already got
really
the funding for.
Yeah,
okay.
Right now, yeah, we've won the grant.
Oh, okay, okay.
The grant is for the survey.
Okay.
So we have to do a survey. So
okay.
The funding is for the survey, and the money will go to hire a surveyor, and so there's certified surveyors that the state allows to be the surveyors.
Okay.
Who do all the background information. They basically research on the building's historical significance. If the building, the facade looks proper, like original, if the building is in decent shape.
Obviously, the bones of these buildings must still be pretty good then.
Yeah. Stafford's done a really amazing job of preserving a lot of downtown. I don't know if it was on purpose or it just happened, but they have a really nice downtown area that has a lot of really nice buildings that if they have a cinema downtown that's got a new marquee. They have the old bank. They have the library. They have a bunch. They have a lot of really nice buildings that could contribute to this. And well, both of those are already contributing, but could be a real draw for people to come in to the community.
Okay, we're going to move to Hudson right now, where exciting times down in Hudson right now.
Yeah, it is. It's always exciting in Hudson.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, we have an Easter egg hunt every year. Everybody should come out in April, and we do an old-fashioned Christmas in December. Little town of 200 puts on some pretty good parties. When I was trying to understand the internet situation, I moved to Hudson. I live in Hudson.
Okay.
Internet's not good. And I was like, there's all these companies that do internet here, but it's all really bad internet, and I didn't really understand it. So I was talking to, the broadband office, because they have webinars sometimes, and they're trying to understand, promote, get fiber throughout the state and tell us if it's bad, blah, blah, blah. So I was talking to them, I was like, what's going on with our county? I don't really understand. Some people think this has happened, but it's not happened, and I don't really understand the situation. So I had a meeting with the broadband office with GBT, and they were explaining to me that there was federal funding that came in, gave money to these companies that are not providing very good internet quality, and that was actually blocking local fiber companies from putting internet in because the federal money said that these people couldn't get other money to do the same thing, even though these guys were not providing what these guys were providing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it was blocking. We were getting blocked from getting good internet, and a lot of places in Kansas are getting blocked from getting good internet because the federal rules for the funding was for a certain level of internet because it was during COVID and they were trying to quickly get internet everywhere because schools closed and all that stuff. But that was a 6-year period that these people had to meet these qualifications for internet, and a lot of them will just not meet it and just bounce at the end because they won't be able to meet it, but they got the money. And so the broadband office explained that to me, and I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just... So then the BAG 4.0 is a state-funded project for fiber. So they're able to find money in the state instead of federal to do fiber. But then there's companies that can now come in because they've gotten the federal money before that can block them from building internet because they've already gotten money to build internet, even though they're not doing the fiber. I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm explaining this properly. So I had to lobby a bit, and I talked to, senator's offices, a couple of them, and I even talked to the broadband office a few times, and I was like, hey, our internet's terrible. We have fiber in St. John. I think Stafford and St. John have it. We have it, I think, in Maxville as well. But some of the other areas, more rural areas in Stafford County, we don't have any good internet. So GBT was really great. We worked with them, and we went through that process of an interview process, grant, writing, and all that stuff. I didn't write the grant. They wrote the grant. But we supported them in that, and the city council as well in Hudson. And then we were able to win the grant. They were able to win the grant to actually put fiber in Hudson. So that's going to happen.
Well, you're a good example for other communities in our listing area today. What would you tell people who live in those towns if their internet's bad?
Bother the state until they give you money to build internet.
So you just go in and, ask questions sometimes.
Yeah, you have to ask questions, and you have to understand the situation because you might assume things that are not true. And then you have to say, okay, well, if we can't do this, then what can we do? And so they say, oh, you can do this. And then I go, okay, let's do that. And then beg them, tell them, please, we need internet. And that's basically what we did. So
what's the time frame on?
I don't know about the time frame yet. They just got awarded last week. So
well, let's get it done, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go to get the guys in Rush Center. Let's go. So
yeah.
Great news. Okay, we're going to take another break here. Focus on Stafford County continues after this.
Cornwell Beef in St. John is a fourth-generation family farm offering true farm-to-table and top quality. Providing top-quality beef from hamburger, hot dogs, roast, top sirloin, brisket, KC strips, ribeyes, filet mignon, and more. Cornwell Beef only processes top-quality steaks, which have nice marbling and juicy flavor. These steaks would be considered U.S. Prime and the top tier of U.S. choice beef. Ask about free delivery delivery in Stafford, Barton, and Douglas counties. Hormel Beef, St. John.
The friendly staff at Stafford County Drug appreciates your patronage. The lobby is open and they offer a convenient drive-up window. They'll even deliver your prescriptions in Stafford, St. John, and Maxville for free. Stafford County Drug knows the value of a hard-earned dollar and wants to work with you and your doctor to make prescriptions easy. For any questions on switching your prescriptions to your local pharmacy, call pharmacist Chris Davis, 620-377-5633. Stafford County Drug, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Inside White's Food Liner, Highway 281, St. John.
Ag 360 Insurance in St. John. We are an independent agency offering several types of insurance, including crop, farm, irrigation, business, personal, and life. We would appreciate an opportunity to earn your business. Feel free to stop by our office at 103 East 4th Avenue in St. John, or give us a call at 620-549-3579. You can also check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Welcome back. Focus on Stafford County here. A few more minutes today. Ryan Russell with us, Stafford County Economic Development, and Sarah Hampton, who's in her 4th day at work. So she's going to work out, Ryan, you think?
Yes. I
Okay,
hope so.
okay.
Yeah. Fair.
So as well.
Okay. Pickleball court update.
Yeah, we received the money from AARP for pickleball courts, and so the city, the rec commission, and us, and also the Stafford Health Foundation, Stafford County Health Foundation, put money together, building the pickleball courts. They're almost completed. They'll be completed in like a week, like a month. I think a month and a half, maybe. They'll be completed. They were waiting to see the asphalt, and then they'll put the top layer. And then
Okay.
From the Mayo Money Management Studios, 1590 KVGB, Great Bend, and 95.5
This will be
FM
over in a
K238CK, Hoisington.
Okay, I don't know why that played, but anyway. So the pickleball courts, I don't know where that came from. So pickleball courts almost completed. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got the money 1 month, and we're going to be done in 2 months with the pickleball courts. It's going to be fast. So I'm always happy when grants, we get the money, we get it done, and then no more reporting, because then we're done. So then I'm very happy about that. So it'll be done quick.
Okay, Gray Studio.
Yep.
Finalizing completion of a HEAL grant.
Yep. So we've done almost all the work that was required under the HEAL grant that we won. That we started construction. I believe it was in April. It'll be mostly done. We just have a joiner coming in to finish installing the baseboards, the wood, the doors, all that stuff. And it'll be completely done. And then we have a bunch of other stuff, small stuff, like the flooring needs to be redone, and a lot of other small stuff. We have a museum room that we're going to be building out with exhibits about Gray Studio and the history of Stafford County, specifically to Gray Studio. So I've applied for another grant, the T-Mobile grant, for those things to be finished out. And so we'll find out in a couple of weeks if we won that or not. And then if we didn't, we'll keep trying for other things. But that grant's pretty much finished, and we'll be closing that out hopefully in a month or two and be completely done. So
What's going on there now? I mean, you're just finishing it up, and then how soon will we start seeing programs and things like that there?
they're doing stuff in it already.
Okay.
They're doing a children's summer rec art program
Awesome. Okay.
in the space already. So they've been doing that this summer. They already did an art show in the space, had to move construction stuff around to make sure that they were able to do that. But yeah, they're doing stuff in it already. But yeah, I'm hoping, I told her, I said, we're going to get this done this year. I'm hoping we can do that. So it'll probably be first quarter next year. Hopefully we'll be completely done with the building.
Who's kind of overseeing those activities?
We have a fiscal sponsorship with the Gray's Studio Board.
Okay,
It's an organization. They have their own organization.
So they've been kind of planning these things and the children's art things and
Yeah. We don't do any of the programming.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're just in charge of the finding money and doing the grants and stuff like that.
Okay. You're closing out grants, looking for more.
We are, yes. Just trying to keep clicking along, get what we can get. So, yeah.
Okay, we've got about a minute and a half here. Anything else that you want to mention here on the program today before our time is done on this Thursday?
Yeah, we're going to be ramping up toward Matching Tuesday. It's a Tuesday after Thanksgiving in November. Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday, yep.
We're doing match day on Giving Tuesday.
Okay.
I call it Matching Tuesday. So Giving Tuesday. So we'll be sending out letters about that probably end of August, beginning of September to get people involved with that. We're going to try to get matching money from Golden Belt Community Foundation and also South Central Community Foundation, who are our regional foundations that cover Stafford County. And so they're offering those match days again like they did last year, and we're going to participate with both of them. So we appreciate people can help us out with that. We can get restricted funds that way, build an endowment that then can get money long term, and we can use it for community projects.
Okay, follow you on Facebook and
Yep.
then also the Stafford Eco Devo website.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
and so if you miss the show, you can always find those too. So right
Mm-hmm.
there on the website.
Yep.
Sarah, nice meeting you. Good luck in your new venture.
Thank you
And
for
Ryan
having
needs some
me.
help, man. I'm telling you what. Sarah Hayden, new member of Stafford County Economic Development, along with Director Ryan Russell here with us today on Focus on Stafford County.